Hello everybody, it is RBMapleleaf. Welcome back to another Roblox video. Hope you guys been enjoying your day so far. If you are, be sure to like and subscribe, hit the notification button to never miss out on any new content. I usually post videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and while you're at it, please do follow me on all my social media platforms. They are in the link in the description down below. So today, we are still continuing on with the Mini Cities 2 series on the town of Mapleville, and I can tell you a lot has changed since the previous episode, which you saw was only about to here, somewhere around here, around this area, but now we have extended it out west, and we've also extended it out east as well. A lot of things that happened off camera was also the building of some new industries. I've gotten some new factories, a more a more robust commercial area, more offices, and now we've got fire, police, and fire services all across the town as of right now. And also over here we have another set of industrial area that we are probably going to develop in this video. So, as I've said, we are back on the Mapleville series, and the, there's not really an end goal here, but the end goal is to show the growth of the city, and maybe at the end of the series, I will showcase the entirety of the city and how it evolved from what was essentially this into this entire block of land here. And I hope I can take you guys on for the journey. So as I've said, lots of changes has happened. We got a massive area of development here, and also I am planning to also get train lines in this in in the city as well. Maybe we can see them in this video, who knows. In fact, we may actually do that. But currently, as of right now, we are currently on 100%, which is quite good. Only 3 positions available. That's because the fact the bus depot here doesn't have enough people, but we'll get there in a minute. But also, we have now over 1,000 people now living in the city of Mapleville. And that number is going to increase with a lot of new development here. This area is going to be saved for a potential train station here, and maybe we'll get it into the heart of the suburbs here. Though that is going to be a monstrosity. It's basically good luck trying to build a train station in this massive area. I'm hoping the one train station up here, that I'm probably going to build in the future, or maybe in this video, we are able to get a good amount of the population moving, and then connect them to places like here, and also to jobs. Also on the eastern end, there's not much currently going on here. We'll save this for the next video, but I do plan on having a few industrial stuff. Basically, the whole eastern side here, maybe this corner here will solely be industrial. Maybe some spots as well. Maybe as we move later into the game and maybe in the development of Mapleville, we could have some development of industrial stuff going around here. But also here you could see a few just a highway here that I've already built out and a couple of one-way roads here. In fact, I'm gonna just delete that. In fact, I'm gonna move it just into a genuine roadway. I think having a one-way road, just having it look like a mess isn't the way to go. We got a few developments up around here, mostly industrial. But first off, we're gonna focus on getting our new buildings up and ready. And as we are starting to build these new buildings, getting some new population in here, and hopefully we can get the train yard and a couple of train stations as well. That would be nice as well to have. Speaking of which, um, as I've said, the game is called Mini Cities 2, and if you want to play the game for yourself, the link is in the description down below. I do apologize as well that this video is at the time of recording posted very late at night. It is currently 10:30 p.m. Yeah, 10:35 p.m. my local time at the time of recording. I got home late. Well, not home late, but I had work today. There was a lot of things currently going on, and it had to take a good amount of my attention. So we've got a new building up here, got a small apartment block, and we're getting a few more buildings here. Getting some stones as well. So the city is really coming alive. There's no question about that. And fortunately, with this new industry area here, industrial area, this is probably going to be a small one where it's just like a few things, and then I'll probably have a cargo train terminal somewhere here that basically transport things all across the city. So that's the main purpose of that small area. And speaking of which, what do I need? Just a few areas here. Need a bit of wood. That's mostly planks. Just waiting for that delivery to go through. There we go. Speaking of which, we got some planks ready here. And there we go. We got planks up for that building. That building's going to build soon. And then this building's also going to experience the same thing. Bricks we don't have. We don't, I mean, I can feed it some stone, but we got some stones here as well. So we're now just building, we're just really just building the city, and we're just growing it into a metropolis, if anything. Speaking of which, our employment is at 98.2. We got a few unemployed people, but we are currently also trying to get the train stations around as well, getting the city moving and all that. And this is seen here. Um, I do have sand, I do have ore and stone, and yeah, I've got everything I need for the train stations and to connect people from point A to point B. It's going to be interesting though when I build the cargo train station because I need concrete, which I don't have as of right now. And concrete is this one. Oh no, that's cement. Um, but this is the cement factory actually, sorry, and this is what will create um concrete. And to build it, it needs ore and stone. I'll come back to that when we get the cargo train station. And there's stones here. We got, yeah, a few more buildings built around here. Just people just chatting there. And then need a bit of wood as well. So yeah, as I've said, we're just building the city. And maybe in the future, guys, if I do if I do plan on doing it and I do buy the game off Steam, if I get the game City Skylines, which is basically an upscaled version of this game, and it's not dedicated to and I'm planning in the future as well to not solely dedicate to Roblox content, but if I get the game City Skylines, for instance, and or maybe the various DLCs and all that, and introduce it to you guys, would you guys actually watch it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I am planning for the future of RBMapleleaf. Admittedly, I am planning to step away from Roblox, but not as of right now. Currently, Roblox is still will still be the main content on for RBMapleleaf. Um, not until the foreseeable future, which we have months, if not at least a year, before that happens. And speaking of which, we're just still building the city up. The main downside I've had with mini cities too is that currently, as of right now, as of December 21st, there is no airport in the game. In the old mini cities game, there is one, and I built one, which I can showcase to you maybe in a future video. Today's not the day. But I can showcase you that, and it is quite nice. Two runways and a massive terminal. Just people more chatting in the chat there. I'm just trying to close my chat box. But just really bring the city alive. Mapleville is really coming alive. And the name was taken pretty much from my former SimCity series, my SimCity Build It series. If you guys were a long time subscriber, you would have known at least a couple of years ago, I used to run a SimCity Build It series called The City of Mapleville, but then I abruptly stopped, which was around the same time I stopped doing Asphalt 9 videos because they weren't really popular at the time. But then again, my growth, my subscriber count, and my viewership at the time weren't the highest when I was doing those videos. As you can see here, just building the final lots of the buildings around here that we just plonked down, and then we'll see more employment and more people. Um, and then these buildings here, they'll have jobs filled, vacant. Those people will come in. So yeah, But I hope you guys have said, if there's any other games that you want me to also play as well, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll generally say that I am open to play any game, but like I generally don't have like I've not been keeping up with a lot of the Roblox trends recently. It's not that it's a bad thing, but I've just had the sense of playing the old games that I've always loved playing, and Mini Cities 2 is one of them. But of course, I won't dedicate my channel to solely the Mini Cities 2 series. There'll probably be other content I'll on Roblox I'll also do as well. But currently, as of right now, the Mini City 2 series is a series I'm currently focusing on. Speaking of which, as well, I forgot I should have addressed this earlier. But admittedly, the last video on Mini-Cities 2 didn't do as well as the previous two. In fact, the first two Mini-Cities 2 videos on Mapleville have actually exceeded 100 views, which actually surprised me because the most recent video on Mini-Cities 2, which is called Expansion, which I posted on Wednesday, it didn't do well. It only got around 40 views, but that's all right. I'm sure there's various reasons. It probably didn't garner a lot of attention compared to my first two videos on the series, but I'm sure maybe at the posting of this video and seeing the growth of it, maybe we'll regain some of it back. And speaking of which, we are going to get more offices. I'm gonna speak. Actually, let's see the development points we currently have as of right now. Oh, and we have enough for the yard. I think the rail yard is here. Here it is, guys, ladies and gentlemen. We now have it. We just don't have the train platform just yet. Hold on. We are very close. We just got to build a bit more, and then we're good. Speaking of which, I am going to build this train station here. If I can find it. Probably gonna have to be elevated. I'll probably get the train station platform instead. And speaking of which, I'll build more commercial areas here, since there's a lot of people currently right now that are unemployed. There are some buildings I do want to fill up though. Speaking of which, let's do that. So I've got a couple of warehouses. Think this is. Oh, I forgot what this was. I think it might have been. Oh, what was it? I forgot about it. Maybe we'll see when once it shows up. Oh, this is my sand. That's right. This is this building here. It was the sand plant. Yeah, makes sense. I have another one over there that's unbuilt, but we'll get there in a minute. Just building up the final warehouses here. There's gonna be people that are gonna be employed here as well. And then we'll also dedicate some people to the factories up there as well, and then get a few commercial areas, a few more commercial buildings built as well. I do plan on, however, getting the custom train platform, and then we're building our first train line here in Mapleville, and it is very interesting and it's exciting at the same time. So we should have less people getting unemployed now. We should have more people getting jobs. And here we go. What we need here, stone and wood. Thankfully, we've got this large mining farm at mining, sorry. At least we got this massive stone mine, and then also the massive wood tree farm as well. That is very beneficial. I'll get a few office buildings as well before we get some commercial buildings as well to have the goods sent to. So yeah, as I've said, the life in Mapleville has been on the up ever since day one. Ooh, and I just need one more there. Speaking of which, there we go. Oh no, I did not get that. That's the factory I got. There we go. Done. I don't have the urge to get the new office just yet, but we'll cross that bridge soon. Speaking of which, yes, you can see as well, I am at $250,000 as well. Can't build it there. That's fine. Surely I can build it here. Yes. Nice. Do I have any lumber left? Hardly. Hardly got any lumber left. Let's just add that in there. So, as I've said, this video is similar to like the other ones, but we are planning to get some train lines and particularly elevated trains as well. So that's interesting to watch. And speaking of which, I am planning to remove this, let's just say, this wood tree farm as well, and I'll probably get a new one over there as well. And in the future as well, you'll see the cargo train station built as well. That will be helpful for us in the future because as soon as this city expands and resources are around dedicated areas of the map, sometimes like in areas like up here, like especially later in the game, like if I'm still building houses, commercial buildings, all that stuff, and like they're here and all the resources are around here, that's gonna be an issue, and we'll probably build more industrial areas and then we'll build the cargo train station. That's the benefit of the cargo train station. It distributes cargo. So as long as you got some industries going to the cargo train station and exports to another cargo train station, at least we've got resources available. Maybe I was a bit too technical there, but well, um, but we'll, as I've said, we'll cross that bridge soon. When we get there, if anything, we're getting our final two offices here, and then we'll start building our final, well, not really our final lots of commercial for various reasons. We only have 3 factory, I think that's in control. We'll probably add another one as well. Speaking of which, where, do I want the medium? Because, yeah, the medium actually produces good value, and it needs a lot of jobs, though. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, plants. Here we go, feeding the offices, and here we go. Now we've got the offices, and we've got enough for the custom train platform which we needed. Speaking of which, let's get some sand as well. So if we're going to this stone mine, and we'll get some sand ready up and running. Speaking of which as well, I'll also get my ore as well into the bins here for storage, so when it's necessary, we've got those train stations up and running. There we go. Alright, so I saw how to build these elevated platforms, and it's like, oh, sorry. And it's kind of like this, and I'm gonna build one here for an elevated platform here. Where is it? I'll get the rail yard in just a minute. So here's the elevated train platform, and there it is. So I'm gonna delete the road leading up to it. And there it goes. There's our elevated platform, guys. We're gonna do, I'll probably put one more, probably in the center of town. Speaking of which, I will remove this, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to remove that tree farm. It is for the better, though. And we're gonna quickly run a road through here. And then road too steep. And then just run it up. Jeez. I'm gonna have to quickly delete this road here. I'll have to put it back in the future. Alright, here we go. And then now we're just gonna build like that. And then add the train station. Done. And now we just remove the road. And then we'll just connect the two in just a minute. I'm just gonna re-add that road again. And where's that road? The road is just, this is actually gonna be beneficial for, oh dear. There we go. Done. And now we've just got to connect the train tracks together. Let's see how hard this could be. How hard is it to connect? Our train lines are going to be an absolute mess, if you ask me. This is awkward. I don't want to run it through people's houses. Actually, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna have to. I don't like doing this on camera, so now we've got train stations built. We're gonna also. This is tough because now I'm gonna have to run through some houses now. Give us a moment. We are going to fix this. Okay, guys, so now we're back. Sorry for the long delay, guys, but we have finally done it. We've got a simple train line starting from here, having currently with a station in an unbuilt area that will be industrial with some people going off here. We've got another station here for the commercial area, another one here to serve the local area up here, and then we've got the terminus, which is like, I don't know, like also on the opposite side of town of that other station, but also to serve a more open area of like industrial for those working here. So it is interesting to see how I've built this line. It took about 20 minutes to build this, and considering the monstrosity. So four stations built and a good amount of track. And I am going to build these stations up, get more people to live in, and also I've got to rebuild this part of development here because I just basically just destroyed this area, having to do so. But also looking at the monstrosity the pillars are going through as well. Like, look at the amount of development that we've gotten through here. So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna cut it here, and we'll see what happens, pretty much. We'll see what happens after I get all this fixed up and, well, when it's all up and running. So, alright, we're back again, once again, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize, I've said. We finally have our train stations built. All four stations are currently up and running. As you can see, that building currently built up. And we've got new development um, currently being built near the rail alignment, and that is usually a thing that happens in real life. Usually, whenever you build train stations in real life, the value of um the value of the land around a train station usually increases, and that usually leads to higher development, which is what you can see here. And as you can see, I am waiting for residents to be going in. Gotta add a few more houses, don't I? Oh well, we can put up with that. Bricks. We need a lot of them. We also need a lot of planks as well. Do I have any saved up? Oh, I do. I do have planks saved up. That's not gonna be enough. Yeah. We're just currently just doing, there goes my batteries thing going off. That's a bit annoying. Maybe, so currently as of right now, I only have light rail, whizzing around the city, which isn't up and running just yet because I don't have enough workers to operate the lines. Um, and currently money flow. Look at those expenses. That's not good. I've dropped in terms of money. I'm down to 319. But as soon as I get these train lines running, as soon as I start getting money from them, we should be okay. Speaking of which, what do I just need from that building? I just need stone. And do I have stone up here? Yes, I do. That's a good thing. So now we've got houses building, and we should see light rail going around. And in the future, I will upgrade them to subway cars because currently I only have enough development points. So there's three categories. We've got the light rail, the subway, and the bullet train. And the bullet train's the best, but it has the most upkeep and it needs a lot of development points, which we do not have right now. The light rail has the cheapest, it's the least to have upkeep, but it doesn't have the most capacity. Hopefully, we should see some light rail currently going out and about as of right now. I'm just hoping they go up and running because I now. Oh, actually, no, wait, hang on, I haven't set the routes up. Uh oh. So, alright, station 2. Station 3, and Station 4. And also show you guys the train route. Here it is from the depot. First train station, second train station. There's the third one, and there's the fourth one. And show the area effect. We get a lot of the city. The only parts that don't get it is the eastern edge. But we've got train routes, bus routes everywhere. We should see those light rails coming out anytime now. Ooh, there's a hiccup there. And there you go, guys. We've got our first railway, and our first lot of train stations, and our first elevated lines as well in the city. We should see those light rails coming out soon. We just haven't seen them coming out just yet. Shortly they will. As you can see, a lot of vans popping out as well, feeding into our commercial centers, which we will also focus on in the next video. Speaking of which, where are they? They have not popped up just yet. I probably might have to tinker this a bit. Operate, disable, and then operating. They are running. They haven't just popped up yet. Maybe we'll see them quite soon. So yeah, that's the update on Mapleville. Our first train line, as you can see here. I'll show you, maybe in the future as well, we'll add an extension of more train lines as well to get people up moving around the city. Speaking of which, let's check my bus routes. 100,000 right there. And the bus fare and the train fare are currently at 2.5 tick. So pretty much $2.50 to travel. It may sound pricey, but for the price that we have paid for this entire route, of stations, track, and trains, or in this case trams, it will be subway trains in future episodes. It's worth it. And looking how the city is thriving, it is a city to live in. Mapleville, I can assure you, and many cities too, is definitely a fast-growing city, and there's no denying it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification button to never miss out on any new content while you're at it. If you want to play Mini Cities 2 for yourself, the link is in the description down below. While you're at it, please follow me on all my social media platforms, also in the description down below. But until then, until the next Mini Cities 2 video, whatever Roblox video I will post next, I am RBMapleleaf, and I'll see you all in the next video.
You should take it slow.